This is the system chosen 2-to-1 over Atari and Intellivision for real arcade gameplay.
Fantastic!
Presenting the revolutionary Vectrex arcade system. Ordinary home video games can't match the laser-sharp visual effects of Vectrex because only Vectrex has a real arcade screen built in. No TV set needed, so every Vectrex cartridge gives you real arcade gameplay that others can't. Vectrex, it stands alone.
Hey YouTubers, Electric Adventures here with another package in the mail. It is here. So I'm just going to hide the addresses there. Now this is a lot that I managed to win on eBay. Actually very excited of getting this lot because it's one of my favourite retro systems. Okay, and they're all for the one system. So they're for the Vectrex. So we have, and 3 titles I didn't have, so Flipper Pinball, the label's in quite good condition, Clean Sweep, Web Wars, played any of those 3. Another copy of Scramble, so I already have Scramble as a loose cart, so if anybody's interested, I now have a trade. But it also came with some manuals and some overlays. So we have the manual for the actual Vectrex itself. I don't think I had an actual manual for the system. We have the manual for Scramble, which I'll be keeping, I didn't have one of those. The manual for Bedlam, the manual for Clean Sweep, manual for Hyper Chase, and we have the overlay for Hyper Chase, the overlay for Mindstorm, awesome, having the overlay for the game that comes with the system. The overlay for Bedlam, the overlay for Scramble, fantastic, and the overlay, bad placement of light, for Clean Sweep. So an extremely good pickup for the Vectrex, especially getting, the overlay for the original one and 3 new games I didn't have. And overlays and manuals for everything, so excellent. I'll be looking forward to giving those a play. So I will need to wait for it to be dark to be able to do videoing of the Vectrex screen. So I shall do a play session attached to this, and I don't have a tripod, but I have managed to figure out a setup where I can do it and play it. But I'll add some video play onto this later, and I'll catch you all later. Right, here we go with Mindstorm with an overlay. So, I have to do this in dark so you get a good picture. So hopefully you can actually see that the lines are actually blue from the Mindstorm overlay. So just rather than the whoa, really is a mean game, Mindstorm. And I died. So only a real quick show of Mindstorm, just to show that the overlay, what it looks like with the overlay. Right, we'll move on to the next game. Right, here we go with a quick demo of Scramble, but with its proper overlay. So there's a lot more colour stripes in this one. Once again, in the dark. Hopefully it is showing colour out, so you can see the stuff down the bottom's green. One of my favourite games for Vectrex. But saying that, I haven't played a lot of games for Vectrex, so... And we've got purple stripe up a bit further. I'll just see if I can get to at least to the UFOs. Oops. So it just adds that extra dimension to the game having the overlay. Whoa, and there I go. Alright, let's try the first of the new games now. Right, as this is saying, this is Web Wars on the Vectrex. Now this one I don't have an overlay for, so I'll just have the standard white. Okay, so we've got some sort of thing we're going through. I don't know what, maybe I should have read the instructions. I don't know whether that seems to be... Okay, there's an alternate back and forth using those buttons. The big bird flies by. It's very interesting. Oops, died. I'm not sure what that's doing. No, see that doesn't seem to affect anything there. I mean, there's those birds that will look like birds come through occasionally. Oops, dead again. No. I was trying to see whether you could collect one of those. Ooh, and I'm dead again. Last life. And I'm dead again. Well, that was probably one of the worst demonstrations of Web Wars you've probably ever seen. I might come back to that one after I've read the instructions. Okay, so here we have Spinball. No overlay for this one. So this is the pinball game. So here's our layout. So it's a fairly simple layout. Okay, that pauses. So we've got one flipper, another flipper. I pull the joystick back to launch the ball. Oh, and straight down the side thing. Wonderful. Didn't put enough into it. It's quite interesting seeing a vector-based pinball game. The physics are a bit bouncy. Come on, forgetting there's flippers at the top there. Not getting much chance to actually go at the ball, and down the side it goes again. So it's a fairly oh, that was on the pedal. So if we can try and keep it up the top of the table there. Just be nice to be able to get the ball under control. See how the ball moved then and it wasn't anywhere near the flipper. Oops. One more ball. Yeah, the collision detection on the flippers seems to be quite unreliable. How in the world did that go down the side? This might be our last ball. I believe there's only the one table layout. Oops, and down I go. Well, there we go, 34,590. I suppose not bad for my very first game. Alright, let's try the next one. Here we go with Clean Sweep with the overlay. So the last overlay that I've actually got overlays for Hyperspace and Bedlam, but I don't have those physical games. I suppose I could play them with the multi-cart, but... Okay, so this is the Pac-Man game. Awesome! So we've got one, you know, a little bit of coloration in the middle. Definitely supposed to be a Pac-Man game. Okay, why have I stopped eating the dots? Right, I'm going to collect the dogs, so I'm sort of like sweeping the dots. And when I'm full, I have to take them back. You know, I'm getting bigger every time I do something. Yep, now I get it. So I'll start out small, when I don't have many of the dots. Oh, they got me. So that's not a bad little evolution on the idea of Pac-Man. It's got very Pac-Man-y names, sounds. I actually quite like the idea that, you know, you can only hold a limited amount of stuff. So it gives a bit more strategy with it. So another chomp of things is coming onto the playfield. Right, we've got all the dots. And just got a slight bit of colouring in the centre, which is actually a little bit off, but... So, this is quite a good game. There we go, we're full. Now I wonder whether I can use these. Cool, I can. Oh, got me. Well, there we go. Not a bad game. Clean sweep on the Vectrex. Oh, okay, I went into one of the corners. This one had actually allowed me to eat one of the jumper guys. Ah, okay. So there was nothing in the physical corners to indicate that. So just so I can demonstrate that again. Oops. So, probably one of the actual better Vectrex games. And lovely to have it with an overlay. So, very impressed, and good to have an extra couple of overlays for some of the cartridges some of the games I've got on the multi-cart. Alright, catch you all later.